Welcome to Potentials. This is Lígia once again with Zoe. We're back about
Oh,
talking about, this time it's going to be about tapping into your powers. And so, powers, whatever they might be, whether it be telepathy, whether it be, um, other things that you may not even know you have. Because, most people, I don't think, realize they even have any powers. We just think that we're just going along living our lives and nothing really is happening, but we do control our destiny, all the choices that we make, and also what we think about our everyday life, every what we're doing in the moment. We control everything, and we kind of give our power away all the time. So this is kind of about reclaiming your sovereignty and realizing that you are the one that's in control of your destiny, and you're the one who's in control of what you do in the moment, every moment. So one of the ways that you can realize that is just by tapping into your powers and taking that control and having your own, power over your life. So how would you uh like to add to
yeah.
that?
So I think really it's not necessarily tapping into powers. It's just come to me really because we all have them. It's
Right.
recognizing our powers because we're in
Right. Yeah.
power
And then
every
owning
single
them.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're holding them. It's just you're either self-aware, you're aware of it, or you're not. And it can, again, everyone has abilities. Every single human being has psychic abilities, whether that's clairaudience, is it clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance, clairvoyance, telepathy. Telepathy is our birthright. Every human being has telepathy, even animals, even nature. They all speak through telepathy. It's our first language, but we've been taught that we have to speak verbally or physically, verbally, whichever. But no, telepathy, it's always been there, right? Since we were newborns, it's always been there. It's one of our gifts. So yes, it's more about recognizing our abilities. Again, telepathy, and I have loads of friends in my life that they're not spiritual. They're very how can I put it? Just very closed off. They're just, not big believers in anything outside of themselves. So in what they can see and feel, they don't believe in energy. They don't believe in anything like that. So whenever they have a moment, so for instance, I'll be socializing with a friend and we would be talking about one of her friends, she'll probably be like, "Oh, I met so and so the other day. I haven't seen them for a long time, and yeah, it was really good." And then all of a sudden, that friend out of the blue will ring her phone or text her, and then she'll be like, "Oh, that's so strange. I was just talking about you," and So again, I just want to quickly touch base on telepathy. Telepathy is not only just being able to communicate through one mind um into the other, so meaning like what the movies portray basically is two people in a room, don't even have to be in the same room, and they're back and forth having a clear communication in their mind, having a conversation. Yes, that is very real, that is telepathy. However, there's many forms of telepathy. Telepathy are many things. They are images, they are thoughts, they are feelings, they are emotions. And quite often, including myself, I get caught out sometimes, especially if I'm not, paying much attention. We often mistake these thoughts and feelings and emotions as our own, and they're actually not always our own. In fact, a lot of the time, these thoughts and feelings are just what we have picked up from people in the same environment as us. Perhaps when we go to the supermarket, we're picking up on people's worries, thoughts, and feelings, and we're just all of us, we're all interconnected, we're all bombarded with these energies. And it's a bit like, Wi-Fi signal or Bluetooth. It's very real. It's energy. It's very powerful. We know how powerful it is because it makes our phones work. It makes our devices work. So we're able to pick up the phone and speak to the other person. Can we see the energy? No. Is it real? Yes. Is it powerful? Absolutely. We're all
Bingo.
energy. We're all energetic beings, just in different forms. We chose to be human. So anyway, just get that out of the way. So yeah, going back to thoughts and feelings. So just pay attention. So again, it's recognizing your telepathy abilities. We all have it. It's just recognizing it. So whenever you get a thought and a feeling, if it doesn't make sense in that time, so for instance, let's just say, I don't know, you're watching TV, you're nice and calm and relaxed, and all of a sudden you just get a person, a name of someone you know pop into your head. 9 times out of 10, I can guarantee that's because that person is thinking of you. So then that's how you've perceived and picked up the signal. That's telepathy, guys. That's telepathy. Um, Again, all of a sudden you're just very sad. You're very sad, and we don't think to take a moment and think like, oh, I'm feeling sad. Where's this come from? I've got no reason to feel sad. We don't think that deep, do we? We're so used to all these feelings running in our mind, in our hearts, that we just accept it. I know I've been like that before. And so yeah, just it's really about tuning in, really tuning in, and just whenever you get thoughts and feelings, images, we all get images in our mind, and just pay extra attention to them. Are those images yours? Do they resonate with what you were thinking and feeling? If not, they're not yours. Perhaps it's from your children. Perhaps your children are worried and stressed, and maybe they're thinking of things, because that's another thing. We share images. So, and this happens a lot with me and my daughter. We're very, very closely connected telepathically. We usually are with our children because they are
Yes.
our blood, and they're a part of us. They are us in a sense. So me and my daughter, we play around with it. And this is another thing you can do. If you're unsure and you don't recognize what you're perceiving outside of yourself, just play around with it. That's what me and my daughter did. We play little games. So I'll be downstairs, she'll be upstairs, and I will project in my mind, and I'll just visualize it being sent into my daughter's head. You don't even have to do that. You just have to think of it. And, if she's open, she'll perceive it, as we all are. Again, it's recognizing. So for instance, I'll be like, oh, I fancy, let's just say, baked potato for dinner. So I'll sit with that image in my head, and I'll just visualize the taste of it, the smell of it, and everything. And then I'll say to my daughter, Lucy, what do you want for dinner? Do you want steak or baked potato? Baked potato. Perfect example. So that's just starting off with something
Did
really
you know,
small.
did you know that I was planning on having a baked potato for dinner? Because I really was. That's so weird.
There you go. There you go. And again, another example, again, just quickly.
That's
Linda's
so
wearing a
weird.
white t-shirt. Linda's wearing a white t-shirt. I've never seen her wear a white t-shirt, not personally. And I
Yeah.
wrote down some notes earlier about different ways to protect yourself, and colours, because colours hold their own vibration. And white and black, just as equally, but slightly different. White is the purest colour, purest form energy. And it's just a great protective colour to wear. And so I actually wrote down on my notes white clothing, and then of course Linda comes on and she's wearing white. So again, it's a perfect example.
Yeah,
So yeah, but then of course sometimes the more practice you have, you can actually have physical conversations in your mind with someone you're close to. It usually works better with someone you're close to, because you're more bonded energetically. You almost like become one. And it doesn't necessarily mean it's someone in a romantic sense. It could just be, just someone you're close to. It can be anyone, a family member, a best friend, a loved one, anyone, just someone you're close to. Because the closer you are with someone, the more bonded you are, the more in sync you are, the more synchronicity you have, and the more you're able to perceive and pick up on their thoughts and feelings. So again, I think I've pretty much covered it. So yeah, you can just play around with it, practice it, and just have fun. Just have fun with it. And if you get it wrong, that's okay. And there's no right or wrong. It's just, what's that saying? Practice makes perfect, I think, is it?
that's right.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. So yeah,
Thank
but
you.
yeah, I hope that covers it just quickly. But yeah, no,
Yes, thank you for that. And we'll be sharing more with you again sometime. But this was great. Thank you.
thank you. Bye.
Bye.